Okay, so now we are at the part where I have no idea what I'm doing. Not that I really had a plan thus far, but you know, it's just basic what we had to do so far. So now I have to figure out what exactly I'm doing with these pages. I know I want to make an album, but now I need to decide what size. So I'm going to score one page down the center, and then I'm going to see if I like that size. So this is what, 11? Yeah, so 5.5 on each side. So if I just simply score down the middle, the pages will be 5.5 by 8.5. So it would be that big. Which I don't think I mind. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to cut anything off of it. So I still haven't decided how I'm going to bind this either. But for now, I guess I will score all the pages down the center. And when you score a page, like you notice one side will have a dent and the other side will have the bubble. I always used to fold mine so the dent was on the inside, and that is wrong. You should actually fold it so the bubble is on the inside. I was doing it wrong for years probably. And I can't remember where I found out the proper way. And I think it's something about if you did fold it the other way, there's more chance of it tearing or something. I believe. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So now what? I don't even know how I'm going to bind this yet. Part of me is tempted to do it. I noticed Dina Wakely had a video out sometime this month. She's been doing, well, she was, I don't think there's been any this weekend, but during the week, maybe she's taken weekends off. During the week she was putting up a video pretty much every day, and she was doing this binding technique where she would use sticky back canvas, and she would put a strip here and here, and then that would attach to this one, and I think the next page she would just do one in the middle. I don't know. You would have to watch her video. Just go to Dina Wakely on YouTube, and it'll be sometime this month where she did one. And a lot of people have been doing it. And it is cool, but I don't think I want just, you know, strips sticking it on my pages. The only way I can see to bind this where I get to see all the front and the back of each page, and for it to not really like interfere in the flow of things, is to either sew it or do what's it called? Is it called a pamphlet stitch? Where you have like a hole here and in the middle. So if I'm going to do that, I would save that for last. I like that when it's folded in half. That's the thing too, like if you look at something on a whole, sometimes it looks so busy and too much. But once you fold that in half, that's not so bad. If you look at each page, although this one you will see the full spread. Checking to see. So when you score your pages, I mean, right now it's not too late. If I decide I want to fold it the other way, I can just put it back on my square board and score it. But before you score it, you can have a look and see, like say for instance, if I didn't like this one as a whole, like I thought it was just way too much and I liked it better only seeing half of it, then I would score it so the bubble is actually on this side. But I like this one better as a whole, and I like that this page is split in half, so I'm going to leave that as is because I really like that split. And this one I know I want it split because I just find that way too much. So that one I will leave. I think I'm pretty lucky so far. I don't think I'm going to change any of them. Yeah, mine worked out. I am going to change the placement of this. That actually looks like it could be one continuous spread. So I want to break that up. Not too sure how because the colors are very much alike. And I don't want to turn the pages a different way. Well, I guess they're all pretty much going to tie in together. Hear my cat being dramatic. So I think I've decided I'm just going to do some type of sewing for the spine. Maybe I should pause this video until I figure something more out. Okay, so I still don't really know what I'm doing with my pages yet. I'm pretty sure I'm doing collage on them, but I've yet to try. I think I'm afraid to try because I feel like the background may be too busy for collage, and then I'm going to have to think of something else to do with it. But anyway, there is one thing that I know I would like to add, and that's adding a tab to each page. So I have this tab punch. It is from We Are Memory Keepers, but you can easily make your own. It is not hard. And it doesn't have to be tab shaped. You could simply cut a rectangle and that would be absolutely fine. So I want to have tabs on every single page. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do, I'm just taking a white piece of Recollections cardstock and I'm going to add some of Diane's tape to it, her washi tape. But the washi tape isn't the best for sticking, so I'm also going to add some glue. Because I don't, and it's not just her washi tape, it's all washi tape. It doesn't last, the stick doesn't last forever. So I'm adding some glue as well. And all I'm going to do is add it covering the whole entire sheet. And I didn't measure this piece of paper, it was just a piece that I had left over from something. So there are no measurements. I may need more. But I'm just doing this one for now, and if I need more, I'll do another one. I'm going to add and this should be the last piece. Going to cut off that extra. I'm going to start cutting some tabs. You can do some that way, you can turn it that way so you're getting all of the different tapes. That looks cool. This one's going to make it a little bit shorter, but I don't mind. Trying to waste less. So that is all our tabs. I'm not going to attach them yet because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But there are some tabs. I've even thought of maybe doing a little bit of background or taking some collage paper and punching some circles, and then you could have like add more interest to. That one's not very good because the colors don't go well, but you could even add a little more oomph to your tags. We will see. Okay, so I've decided, instead of putting things off longer and trying to find other things to do and not actually tackle the pages, I'm just gonna do it. So I'll insert a picture and show you how I have everything set out. I have all the collage elements taken out of their pouches and laid on top of the pouch. So then if I want to grab all the legs and body parts, so morbid, then I can just grab the pouch and they're already out and I can finger through them instead of having to take them out of the pouch each time. So I cleaned off my island and I have it laid out all over. And it's just in categories. And mine are like heads, and I have like torsos, arms, feet. Then I have, it's like almost like an everything else pile. Like there's different stuff like the animals and houses and flowers and hearts and, you know, like the different stuff. And then I have the circles and ovals and the borders and squares and rectangles and stuff. And then the ones that are shaped like this. Which really, I mean, you could put it in the torso because that's kind of how it's meant. Not to say you have to use it in that way. A lot of times people will use it either as like a stump for somebody to be standing on, or people will use it as, trying to find a top section. Well, you don't even have to have, like, you could just stick a head on it. And like that's the lower body. And you could just leave it like that. Or you can add some legs. You know, people use it like that as well. So, but I've left mine out because I don't know, for some reason I seldom use it as a body. I don't know why, because I like it. Sometimes I'll even use them. Sorry, I know my head's going to be in the camera. But I'll even use them as like part of the border. Like I could have like strips going along. And like have the border happening. And then just insert one of these humps as part of the border. I like doing that as well. This one I don't know if I'll be able to because the pages are so much smaller that it may take up too much room. So I'm gonna open it up. I know I'm only using half. Maybe I will get a piece of paper. And get just getting a piece of paper to cover the other half so we're not distracted by that. I have to get my water. I am super dry. So how I usually start, I'll just put something on the page. Like I'll grab a head and see if I like it. Like I really don't like this because I find it really blends into the background way too much. This one wouldn't be too bad because it contrasts so it pops. So that one could very well work. And usually, I don't know if I have it cut yet because I still have sheets. Oh yeah. See, there's a smaller version and a big version. I don't have the small one cut out yet. It's not good, I'm getting tired. These are big, but I really like, and I know it doesn't contrast a lot, but I think there's enough black in it that it still pops against the page, even though there's yellow in it and there's yellow in the page. For some reason I really like that one on there. A lot of the time too, this is where I take too long, fooling around, trying to find different, test out different ones. I wonder if she'll ever get used with her being so much purple. This is one of my friend's favorites. I feel like oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I yawned. I don't know if you heard it. I feel like I'm gonna either go with that or the big or small version of that. So I'm gonna test out and try a few different things. That's the thing too, with the page being so small, there's not a whole lot of options. With that arm straight, we could butt that up against the edge of the page too. And play with the angle of the head. And you could put it right down on the shirt, or you could find something to make a neck. You can use, I mean, I wouldn't use this color because it blends in too much with the background, but you could use a piece of triangle just to make the neck, or a piece of the rectangle pieces. But this one looks like it was made to go with that shirt. I may have to get a can of pop. I am seriously feeling like I'm going to fall asleep. And it was way too early. It's not even 8:30 yet. And you'll probably see my head go in front of the camera a lot where I'm reaching for my pieces. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm so sorry. And you can make it go off the page. If you cut a little bit of the hat off, that's no big deal. Just trying to decide if I want her to have a neck. Use a little flower too. I don't like that. So if this process takes too long for me to be doing it on film, like real time I mean, I may stop talking and just record me playing, unless I think of something clever to say. But I mean, really all I do is audition pieces and try out different things. So if I play this real time for you guys, me doing the collages will be days and days of footage because I'm very slow at picking out pieces. Especially, oh my god, I'm being so rude. I have to stop yawning. I was trying to find a piece for a neck, but I don't see anything I like. And if I don't see anything I like, I could take a piece of paper and I only need black. Do I want it that wide? So this is something I do as well. I could do that. I don't know if I want quite that wide though. Could even like add a little bit of a curve to it if you want. So you could do that. So I think I'm just going to commit to something, because if not, I will be here all night and still on this page. So I don't want to glue that down yet until I decide I want to add a border. I think this one is so busy. I think a border may be too much. So if you add something lighter like this, that may not be too bad. I definitely don't want it on that side, I can tell. I don't want anything there. You can come in, but you gotta say hi if you do. Hmm? Chicken. That's my husband poking his head in. Too afraid to come in and say hi. See, I like having a little bit, so I may do yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that. I really like it. I like it. So this is just this stamp from Starstruck, and it's stamped on black Recollections cardstock with white ink. That is all that is. So I'm gonna go grab myself a can of pop so I can wake up. Ooh. It's funny that it wakes me up. It's caffeine-free diet pop, and there's no sugar. So I don't know what's in it that wakes me up. Maybe it's just all in my head, but whatever works. I only drink one maybe. Oh goodness. Might be one every 3-4 months. Tonight's the night. I'll be back. Okay, I am back and feeling much more awake. I've had some chocolate and some cold pop. And I think that's what it is about the pop that wakes me up, is that it's cold. My water that I drink is room temperature. Oh, and I just remembered I haven't taken my B12. I don't think I took it yesterday either. That can knock me on my butt. I'm using gel medium because there's no way I am going to use glue stick for all this. Glue stick drives me insane. And this is so much faster for slow me. I want the head up there, I think. can't remember how far it went, so I am putting a fair amount on. See, I'm pretty quiet when I do this, so I don't know. Maybe I will just record and play music. I could sing for you guys. No worries. I will not do that to you. I don't want my subscribers to they'll plummet. Most people like a good laugh. Ooh. I think I just rubbed off some of the white ink. Okay. Just going to fold that because I don't want it sticking to the other page. So I'm going to leave that for now. I may come back and do something else with it, but I want that glue to dry. So I'm just going to move on to another page. Kind of freaky. Is it funny that I find that last one more freaky than this one? This seems kind of fitting because this is like court gesture, and then this dude. I don't know if I want to lose all that hair though. Here's the smaller one. Don't know if that one has so much impact. I like that together, but I feel like it blends in way too much. But maybe it wouldn't on a different one. I feel like she's supposed to have a cigarette in her fingers. Let's see if I can find a different head that I would like in there. I think I want something coming out of her head. I like that together, but not with this. I feel like I want a big head. I think that's why I was liking that dude so much. I really don't like this one. I don't know what it is about it, but I really dislike this head. It's my least favorite in everything. Nope. This is what I'm liking. It doesn't work with a small one. I feel like before all I could find were big heads, and now that I'm looking for a big head, I can't find it. So I was talking away, recording away, and I look up and my battery had died. And I didn't know. So I have no idea how much was missed. Okay, again, I'm thinking too much, so I'm just gonna lay this down. I'm not sure this really goes with the rest of the page, but I am going for it. I think I want to cut it there. So if I can keep the mind frame of just going for it and not thinking too much, then maybe I will keep going at the same pace. Pace. Thinking about gluing. So for this paintbrush, this is the only one I use for gel media. I used to have another one, but then I forgot to put it in water one night, so needless to say, it got super hard and unusable. So I don't clean it when I'm done, I just make sure it's in a cup with water. And then I can always use it for gluing. And I'm getting that bubbling, the one down full. Sometimes can really help and flatten it out. So I'm going to let that one dry. And I've already pretty much decided that I want dude with the head, and I lost him. Where did he go? Seriously, he shouldn't be hard to find. He's huge. Looking for the big head like this one. I'm even checking myself to see if it's stuck on me. It's not under any paper. It's not on the floor. It is not on the backs of the ones I just did. It's gonna be somewhere crazy. I changed my battery. It is not with the other one. Seriously, you guys. I had this. There it is. It was under that one. He's gonna go around there. I really like him on there. Need a bottom. I may try using I like that one. I like the idea of his head being off to the side of it. You know, kind of like he hunches. I think I like the small one. Yep, I'm liking that one best. I'm just trying to not overthink. This one, I'm just going to put modeling paste over this whole entire upper area because that is a crazy shape to try and just get where it is. really find this is helping. I don't even know if it really needs it on top. I'll just do a thin coat. And just